I'm MousePlanet, Alan DeLinka back with you. Show number 24, it's Fun at Home. We have a full house again this week because we're going to spend most of the episode playing our Jibe Time game. I have no significant updates from Walt Disney World. I think it's the first time in a while they haven't dropped more news after our Tuesday publication of the Walt Disney World update. The Swan and Dolphin folks released some new menus. You can see them on swananddolphin.com. They highlight their new weekend food and beverage series. I'm going to bring on, if I can find her and she's done drinking that soda I see in the green room. And of course, in our green room, it's bring your own because, you know, I'm just that bad of a virtual host. I'm going to bring Adrian Vincent Phoenix on with the latest from Disneyland.
Hey, I know.
There's Adrian.
I always bring my own Cherry Coke Zero, although I'll tell you, with the pandemic going on, apparently the Cherry Coke Zero is super hard to find right now. My son found 2 cases.
It's interesting you say that. I do enjoy drinking decaffeinated Diet Coke and Sprite Zero, and it has been very difficult to find in the last 6 weeks or so.
Yeah,
it's just not available.
So
anyway, what's going on? What's going on out west? Hopefully, you're not breathing too much smoke down in Orange County.
On.
Okay, well, tell us about that.
Well, and
tell us about the nothing.
Well, and that's actually the interesting thing about the nothing going on is that everybody is so fed up with the nothing going on that they're writing to Governor Newsom saying, hi, can we sort of, I don't know, get some guidance here? So in the past week, we've had Disney Disney, Universal, Knott's Berry Farm, a consortium of theme park operators basically going, hi, what's going on? We're kind of done waiting. For his part, Governor Newsom has said that guidance is forthcoming very, very shortly, but we all know that we've been waiting since July 3rd for this. So it's frustrating. Knott's Berry Farm has launched something new. They're apparently just going to Food and Wine Festival the rest of their existence until the parks can reopen.
So nothing to that rumor that Disneyland has packed up and moved to Texas.
No, Disneyland is still here, as Todd Pickering found out last night because he visited downtown Disney and discovered, if you want to share my screen, that the Wondergrand Gallery had been converted to, the Star Wars Trading Post, featuring imports from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And if you want to, I'll flip which screen I'm showing here.
I was going to say, while you're doing that, I'll bring Todd Pickering in if he's done eating in his green room. Let me bring Todd in. Todd, anything you want to share about that? What was going on at Disneyland when you were down there yesterday?
Well, I made a quick mad dash down there, so didn't know it was there. So when something new comes, just be prepared to wait. It's like a bar. 5 cars leave, 5 cars go in, and they're really good about the 2 lanes that that way so cars don't smack each other. They do 3 on one side, 3 on the other, so it doesn't matter what line you get in. They're very, very fair. And so it was really packed, but the line wasn't too long for Star Wars. And what they've done in that shop, I was just there when it was Wonderland Gallery. They've really moved things to the perimeters. So there's a big, nice space in the middle. And the line wasn't too terribly long because we forget with the social distancing, it did not smash into the beignet line. So
Yeah.
that's the problem.
You
And
told
so
me it
this
was
is-
a long, go ahead.
This is inside the store that you guys are showing?
Yeah.
It's not a big store to start with. So, and I didn't go in because Todd King's our Star Wars fan. And we were there really late. 8 o'clock's the last time they take a dinner reservation. And they even told us to know, is that part of the directive, Adrian, that they have to stop serving at 8?
I don't know that they have to stop serving, but I know that they want to be out. I know they want everybody walked out of the district by 9 because they do a hard close.
Then that's why. And because they told us to please look at the menu before you sit down. So that's why I couldn't.
Wow.
Yeah, and there was enough of a line, and people were really buying. I think the lightsabers are available there. So
yes, they are. The lightsabers from Doc Ondars are available, and so for the West Coast, that's the only outlet we've got for them now. But everybody was really upset about. I don't say everybody. A lot of people were really upset about Wonderground Gallery, and it was an overnight conversion. If you look back at the picture that I just posted of Todd's, they literally threw fabric up on shelves with crates and things. I mean, it was not a real comprehensive overlay. And so we were wondering, okay, how long is this going on? How temporary is this? What's going on? And so called Disney to find out. And, they got back to me and they said that Wonderground Gallery will be reopening. It will be returning to Downtown Disney at some point. Don't have a timeline on that, but it is coming back. And that's really good news for the artists who, a lot of them rely on the Wonderground Gallery for a good portion of their income. And, we interviewed Dave Avazino not so long ago. And, he's one of the artists that is often featured there. They're not doing any live shows right now. They're not doing the Artist in Residence program. They're not doing anything like any product launches. So it's kind of, it'll be important for those artists for that to reopen. And it'll happen. We just don't know when. And meanwhile, the Void Spaces next door, that, former virtual reality attraction, that would be a lovely Star Wars outpost if they wanted to maybe outfit that while they're working on it, maybe turn that into a larger gallery. Who knows?
I was going to say, I would think that requires more deconstruction, right? Because you have all those walls and I mean, even though the Void was a fascinating use of space because it was lots of walls that were real in addition to the virtual reality walls, you still got walls to deal with if you want to turn it into retail.
Yeah.
And for those Wonderland fans, I was there last week and it was really sparse in there. And without the artists working, I think it's a smart move personally to have all the Star Wars merchandise. I think it's a plus. So, Wonderland Gallery wasn't very, big. And I assume, are they moving anything to the World of Disney?
I don't know. I'm gonna run down there tomorrow or Friday and take a look and see what they've got. If they've moved into the Wonderground merchandise to World of Disney.
Got it.
Well, go ahead.
Well, it's just much more of a production now to go into Downtown Disney, than it ever used to be.
Is Downtown Disney decorated for fall?
Nope. Not yet.
So I was going to say, so here in Florida, yesterday was the beginning of the Halloween season. And amongst the folks that we have on the show today, we have Shelley and Big Fat Pandas joined us. We're going to be able to hear a little bit from them from time to time during the show about the Halloween offerings. We wrote about what was coming yesterday, and I didn't go over. But what's shown up is what was promised. There are character cavalcades, quite a few characters on the cavalcades at Magic Kingdom. And the park is decked out for Halloween with, food and beverage too, notwithstanding the reduced capacity and the social distancing guidelines that are all in place. Of course, no fireworks, no parades, just cavalcades.
Right.
And so far, no really big shows. But hopefully soon, it'll be with Actors Equity coming to agreement with Disney. The first Actors Equity cast members started reporting back to work this week.
Great.
I saw Mark Daniel tweet that he had returned to Disney, and we retweeted that on Mouse Planet. And that goes in hand with Savi's workshop reopening inside Galaxy's Edge.
Right.
All right. So with all the news out of the way, let me do the intro to our game, and then we'll start bringing people on. So let me find the intro to the game button, and here we go. Returning champion, Shelley, from On the Go and MCO. And of course, the winning champion, at least twice an episode, it seems, gets our special treatment of the Mike Wazowski moment.
Yay! She's on
Because it's
TV.
a logo I've made myself. Shelley, welcome back. You got a chance to go over to Magic Kingdom yesterday. What'd you think?
I was really excited to see all of the fall decorations up. It was a little weird not seeing all of the pumpkins, but it was such a delight to see the Not So Scary Halloween costumes and the cavalcades. And I legit lost my mind when I heard Boo to You down the first time. So I was like, yes! And then I was like, oh, now this is going to be stuck in my head until February.
Well, Shelley, welcome back. Repeating for a three-peat would be something. We've had nobody win our game 3 times in a row. You are 2-time champion, but there was an interlude in between those.
There was interlude.
So welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Let me bring on your competitor, and that is, and I got to find the right button here, David Picciano. There's the button. David, welcome. David from Now That's Disney.
Hi, everybody.
And the Tiki Room.
My first.
No, that's Trader's.
Yes.
Oh, is
That's
that
Rob
Trader
Bottle.
Sam's? Oh,
This is. Yep, we're coming from Trader Sam's right now. If anybody wants.
oh, very nice.
Yeah.
And David, why don't you take a moment to introduce folks to your Facebook page?
So yeah, Now That's Disney. Because when isn't it Disney time? So Now That's Disney is a Facebook group I started a couple years ago, and we have people like Big Fat Panda come and hang out with us sometimes. And a lot of fun.
Well, thank you for joining us. I think you're going to have a lot of fun, and we'll talk to you more during one of the game breaks. I'm going to bring on our special Disney celebrity guest. Here he comes now. It's Mark Miller from Main Street, USA. And there's the spot.
Hey.
Mark, go ahead and say hi to the audience.
Hi, everyone. So happy to be here for the very first time.
And Mark appears all over Disney World when he's not furloughed. Appearing in such places as various pirate bands called Rusty Cutlass and as Chief Smokey on Main Street.
Right, got my fireman hat on.
He's got a very, very rare hat. He was telling me before the show because they no longer sell merchandise in the firehouse. They sell Disney cards.
Yeah,
they don't even sell them. They give them out.
I got a mug here too.
Wow, look at that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So very cool. Thanks so much for joining us, Mark. We'll chat with you during the show.
And
so
I want to do if I could, I just want to do a shout out for all the firefighters and the first responders that are risking their lives in California right now. My heart goes out to them, and prayers, please, for all of them.
Absolutely. Well said.
Absolutely.
Well said. I'm going to bring on our next. He's a celebrity here in Orlando, at least. Big Fat Panda. Welcome, John.
I am so happy Mark is here, by the way. I've loved Mark for so long. I tried not to fanboy too much, but
you're sweet.
Love you, Mark.
So thanks for coming back. And Panda is the reason that David is with us, because when I said to Panda, hey, who could I have on that I haven't had on to play our game? And who's going to really take on Shelley? And he said David. So, hey, there we go. Welcome back, John. And I as I was saying before the show, I like your new backdrop. That's very, very cool.
Thank you.
The effect.
Is that a green screen pop-up?
It is. I never expected to use it for this. I just had a glare back there that because there's a mirror, and everybody complained about it. So I put that up. I was like, all right, I could put a portal to anything that I like there.
I am buying one of those. Excuse me, as I go Amazon something, I'll be back.
It's like
I've actually
$42 on Amazon. I'll send you the link, Adrian.
I've actually bought something as a test that's cheaper than that, but it only arrived about a half an hour before I got in the studio. So I haven't had time to put it up and to test it out. But before the next show, hopefully we'll see if I can get something interesting and new to work. Since this setback here is now 24 weeks old. No, it's not even 24 weeks old. It's 20 less than that weeks old. Because for the first 3 or 4 weeks, it was just my blank dining room wall, like this over here. So
let me know
anyway,
what you think of that one now. This is a nice rigid. Good one. It's a good
I
one.
like that. No, we'll see
like
what I've got. What I've got should work, but we'll see. So thanks again for rejoining us. Panda's going to be a panelist. Let me bring on the rest of the Mouse Planet tiers to fill up our 10, and then I'll move people around, and we'll get to our game. As I bring people on, we've got Greg Jacobs in the holodeck.
Yay.
We've got Chris Berry
From New York.
and we've got Todd King, who's never been to Galaxy's Edge. Sorry, I had to say it because we were talking about Star Wars.
Poor Todd.
Just
All right, see you later.
And of course, Todd is our Star Wars correspondent, and
As
is,
Todd Pickering mentioned, thank you for the throw there, and I love your hat, even if it is backwards.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
Now you tell me. See, he gets revenge, folks. He gets revenge.
Revenge of the Sith.
So Todd, you have to be excited. The trailer for The Mandalorian season 2 dropped this week. What'd you think?
Dropped yesterday, and it looks really good. The great thing about Star Wars and their trailers is they don't reveal too much, and that's just the way we like it. We just want a little tease. And
Go ahead and reveal your T-shirt to the audience.
Oh yeah. Wanted Dead or Alive, the 50-year-old down to you.
And of course, it seems the child is going to play a major role in season 2, at least based on the trailer. And I don't see why not. It's been a marketing phenomenon.
If it didn't, it wouldn't be the Mandalorian. It's like Batman without Robin, you know.
All right, so we've got our 10 folks on the screen to refresh people of how we play Jibe Time. The Jibe Time game involves hypothetical questions with fill-in-the-blank answers. There are no right or wrong answers, but there are answers that jibe with our other players. There are answers that jibe with you, the audience. And your audience participation is not only welcome, it's needed to get those points, as Todd Pickering is pointing out. Get it? Pointing out. Anyway, get those points for the players. And heck, there was one week where Shelley was playing in the comments where she almost defeated our actual players. So that can happen. We award points, we take away points. Todd Pickering is our scorekeeper. I am the judge. I may overrule Todd because last time he was getting a bit out of hand. He was awarding points willy-nilly, and I'm like, yeah,
no willy-nillys.
No willy-nilly. So let's get the question game board up.
He is a star.
That's not the question game board. Oh, I know why the question game board isn't available. The question game board isn't available because we were last sharing Adrian's screen. I need to share my screen to share the game board, which is over here. And it needs audio because we have our Jibe Time theme song when necessary. So, Shelley, as the returning champion, there are new questions. Oh, and let me do the one sample question for the audience. There are new questions in the engine this week, but here's the sample question that I go to every week, and that is, did you hear, after all these years at Disneyland, Disney's lawyers finally got to Mr. Toad's Wild Ride? When the park finally reopens, the new safer version will be Mr. Toad's blank ride.
Sanitized.
And we got sanitized. We got socially distant.
Mild.
We got mild.
Boring.
How old was he? Oh, what? Sorry.
I was going to say, you guys
still
have
not good
a
at
lot
that.
of practice. All right, Shelley, there are the questions. We have a couple left over. We have 3 left over from previous weeks. We got a bunch of new ones that I wrote. What is your pleasure for the first question of the game?
33.
Number 33, and it's amazing. As we've gotten into the game, suddenly our numbers have jumped up. Everybody wants to play, and that's great. Tell your friends to play Jibe Time with us. Shelley's picked number 33, so here it comes. Question 33. With both screams and laughter in short supply these days, monster Mike Wazowski has hatched a new scheme to collect zinc to turn into electricity. One more time, with both screams and laughter in short supply these days, monster Mike Wazowski has hatched a new scheme to collect blank to turn into electricity. And for those of you providing answers in the comments, please give us question 33 in advance so we can match up the answers with the questions. And let's all write now. I said, let's all write now. There we go. And I'll show people writing. Here we got Craig and Adrian, Shelley. Panda's holding something up. I don't know what Panda's holding up. What are you holding up, Panda?
The back of my card.
All right.
The backside of water.
And there we go. We are timed out on that. And let's get everybody back on the screen. All right. So, David, you are the challenger. And you can pick. I got to get the questions back on my screen here. You can pick from the remaining green questions on the screen, which are 25, 7, 28, 32 through 40, but not 33.
Green
what do you want, David?
Let's go with 40.
Number 40. Number 40 is Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, unlike our Todd King, went over to Oga's Cantina late one day for an after-work refreshment. The bartender said, "Get out," we don't serve potatoes. Mr. Potato Head shouted back, blank.
Blank.
One more time. Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head went over to Oga's Cantina late one day for an after-work refreshment. The bartender said, get out, we don't serve potatoes. Mr. Potato Head shouted out, blank. And if you don't recognize it, it's that joke format from Hollywood Boulevard I've talked about before. There's some pun that goes in that blank. Go ahead, folks. Let's write them up. Number 40 for those of you writing at home.
I don't have any idea.
Come on, you got potato puns. Todd Pickering's dancing up a storm. All right. So we let the audience catch up for a bit. I'm not seeing a whole lot of comments, not seeing a whole lot of answers yet. So let's go to David and have him chat some more about his site and his Disney fandom. David, you and I were talking before the show. You're a longtime DVC member. Where do you like to visit when you come down, or when you travel Disney?
So my family's only been to Walt Disney World so far, but as we were discussing earlier, really looking forward to going to Aulani one day. We are huge fans of the Polynesian Resort. We love to stay there. All things Poly, food, drinks, and now that's Disney. It was created a couple years ago just because of my family's passion and love for the parks and our time there with our son and how much we really enjoy it.
Well, and as I told you before the show, I was sort of in an Aulani mood this week. It turns out that this is about a year from when I made my last reservation to visit Aulani. I went to Aulani in October, sort of spur of the moment. They were offering a $50 a night credit for resort guests because the pool was closed, and I'm not a pool person. In fact, this shirt was one of the many things that I bought with the $50 a night credit. And of course, I have the Mini Hoonie over my shoulder. And the Mini Hoonie was in our opening today. He is sort of the troublemaker or sometimes good spirit of Hawaii that one of my favorite cast members there, Uncle Aito, would tell all sorts of stories about how the Mini Hoonie do things there. They're fun creatures, and it's sort of surprising given how much attention Disney has given them. Somebody's mic is giving us a lot of noise here. It's interesting to me how much Disney has emphasized them at Aulani. And yet, at the Polynesian, they don't play a role. I don't recall ever seeing Mini Hoonie at the Polynesian. Shelley, you got a question?
No, but now you can buy Olu Mel there.
Is that one of the things I brought back for you on one of my trips?
It is. It is. You brought me back a Shelley Man and Olu Mel. But now you can buy them at the Poly. So
no need to fly all the way to Hawaii. And unfortunately, Aulani is still among the resorts that are closed. So that's...
Excuse me, what Hawaiian words are you saying? What did Alan buy for Shelley?
Shelley, what is it? What is the character?
And his name is Olu Mel. He loves to play the ukulele.
And he's a turtle, isn't he?
Yeah, hold on. I get it.
Oh, cute.
All right.
Hold on. I get him.
Yeah, merchandise. And Adrian's talking, but her microphone.
There it is. Oh,
as usual. He's one of the Disney
cute.
Bear's little friends.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do they make a
adorable.
full size of him?
They don't have the 17-inch at the Polynesian.
Well, I was going to say there was at Aulani. There was at Aulani. Yeah. When I was at Aulani, he had just been introduced to Aulani, and of course he's as somebody said in my ear, I think it was Adrian. He's one of Duffy's friends, Duffy the bear, who's very popular in Japan, and Aulani, and now the Polynesian. All right, so Shelley, you had taken question number 33, which I'm going to put back on the screen. We've got some answers in the comments now. At least I see a 7 over the comments. We'll go take a look at those in a moment. But let's put the question on the screen, which was, with both screams and laughter in short supply these days, Monster Mike Wazowski has launched a new scheme to collect blank to turn into electricity. And I need to find you in the green room again. There you are. What was your response? What is he turning into electricity? Germs. Excellent answer. Excellent answer. Let's see what we've got from the audience. We've got, for number 33, Dave Kent has given us burps. But here we go. Nan Kent with the point. She's got germs.
Dan's my girl.
And I'm not seeing any more on number 33 from our audience. So I guess you only get 1 point from our audience. I'm going to go to Greg Jacobs. Greg, what is your answer?
I went a different way. Silence, since we're all isolated and not going anywhere.
Turning silence into electricity. All right. Adrian's on mute, but I'm going to bring her up anyway. Adrian, what's your response?
Used face mask.
Oh, that's a good one.
Pretty
I
harsh.
like the drawing.
Well, we had some awesome drawings by Dave a few weeks ago. Oh, and now Adrian's got the MousePlanet mask available at a retailer near you.
Not discarded.
Not Pickering.
I thought the germs would be too dark, so I went with going to use energy with Zoom meetings.
That's funny.
Topical.
John Sakari, Big Fat Panda, what do you got?
If Todd thinks that was too dark, I thought Mike Wazowski comes into your room at night and he's going to take your kidney for a
wow.
Jesus.
God.
I've been watching Star Trek Voyager.
Sorry, Jesus.
Got a little dark there.
Mark Miller, what do you got?
Motel 6.
Mark Miller, what do you got?
I had mask sweat.
This is a horrible
Chris
episode.
Berry, what do you got?
Yeah, Adrian, I went with discarded face mask.
Whoa.
Not that that matters because I'm
Todd
not supposed
King,
to
what do you got?
I'm kind of surprised I'm the only one who thought of this.
Write down gas.
This is a rough.
Right.
Can we
And
say
last
that?
we got David. David, what do you got?
I was going to write down gas, and I went a different way. What do I got?
Food. Well, that leads to gas.
All right.
Yes.
So,
I think we have a match.
Todd Pickering, he's going for a beverage. Todd Pickering, how
No,
many?
David, you don't want a match.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
No, but you gotta play fair.
you got to play fair. Everybody's got to write genuinely. We're
But
all
he's
here to have
pushing for
fun.
the match.
Yeah. Todd Pickering, how many points did we give Shelley there?
That was just one. She just got it from Nan.
Only Nan. Okay.
I'm surprised. A lot of good answers, though.
A lot of good answers to number
Yep.
33. David, you picked number 40. So we'll bring 40 back up on the screen. We got Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head went over to Oga's Cantina late one day for an after-work refreshment. The bartender said, "Get out, we don't serve potatoes." Mr. Potato Head shouted back, and David, what did he shout back? Where is David? There's David.
Back.
How about a spud?
No, like a bug.
All right. I will accept variations on that too. If anybody's given us this spud's for you, that's an acceptable pun that would fit that format. In the audience, we have a point already because Emily has given you spud you.
Yep.
Which I'm going to give you a point for spud.
I like that one.
Nan Kent gave us I'm fried.
Oh,
Nice potato joke there. And Dave Kent gave us I'm not here to drink. I'm just a spectator.
oh.
There's a true droner for you from Dave Kent. Thank you, Dave. Todd King, let's go to you next. What do you got?
Well, I mean, with the space theme and everything, and Mr. Potato Head being a very good at insults, he would say,
Kiss my
My
asteroid.
asteroid. Wow.
Very good.
This is the
Todd
adult
Pickering, what do you got?
week.
I just went with chips.
Yep. That's a good response. Good response. John Sakari, what do you got?
When he says we don't serve potatoes here, he says, "All right, bye."
I thought it was in another body part.
Mark Miller, what do you got?
Well, I had the same one as Dave, but I changed it. So, but I'm Darth Tater.
All right. That's a good one.
Nice.
Thumbs
Chris
up.
Berry, what do you got?
I went with may the spuds be with you. I figured
There's
you'd say
another
that.
point for David.
Slot, in the slot.
Greg Jacobs, what do you got?
Went a very different way. I said vodka. Don't they use potatoes in vodka?
They do. Very good. Very good. Very
Like
good.
science.
Smart.
Adrian, what do you got?
I went same way. Then what's in your vodka?
All right.
Good.
Wow.
With the drawing.
And Shelley, what did you give your opponent here?
How about that?
See you, Tater.
Oh, wow.
That was
Nobody did one of the jokes I thought we would have seen, some potato eye jokes, right? Look at my eyes, they're looking at you, something like that. Nobody did it.
None
All
of
right.
that.
Get out the angry eyes.
This one's for you.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Angry eyes,
after
angry
round one,
eyes.
Todd Pickering, what's our score?
Shelley
I think
1,
that-
David 2.
I think the Kents are winning. Each of the Kents have a point already.
Tight. A tight race already.
All right, well, David's in the lead, and Shelley now needs to play catch-up, so we'll let Shelley pick first again in the next round here. Let me get the questions back on the screen.
All right.
Shelley, please have your choice of questions.
37.
Number 37. A guest dressed as a Jedi pushed a double stroller past a uniformed Disney security cast member and, waving, said that these aren't the blanks you're looking for. These aren't the blanks you're looking for. So you can go for an easy answer. You can go for a fun answer. Let's see what people give us. Question 37. What are the blanks you're looking for or they're not looking for? All right. And let's go. Time to write. I need the right. Oh, the right button is not available on that screen. What did I do wrong? Hey, I built that wrong. Somebody sing my theme song.
Bam.
I was going to say, wait a minute. I'll put up the alternate version. I'll put up the alternate version, which you can't. Oh, here it is. But you can't see everybody. But a nice feature is I can unmute during it now, and anybody else can unmute if they like. All right. All right, David, you're going to be up, and I will bring the questions on the screen when it cooperates. There we go. Let's bring the questions up. David, what question would you like?
Question 39.
Question number 39. All right, well, this one at least has the right and jibe button. Today, we might describe Ariel's penchant for collecting stuff as borderline hoarding problem. But one mermaid's junk is another's treasure, right? Watching PBS the other day, I was shocked at how high the Antiques Roadshow experts appraised Ariel's blank. Today, we might describe Ariel's penchant. Remember, we're a family-friendly show, everyone. Todd King, that goes for you especially. Your answers have been inbound so far. Today, we might describe Ariel's penchant for collecting stuff as a borderline hoarding problem. But one mermaid's junk is another's treasure, right? Watching PBS the other day, I was shocked at how high the Antiques Roadshow experts appraised Ariel's blank. Let's write it out. And this one's got a button so we can show people as they write or stare back at the camera as they so choose. All right.
That horn. I need a Xanax.
Well, the one, if you were listening during the opening, the one in the opening was even louder. I failed to turn the volume on it down when I.
Yeah, it startled me. I turned it down.
That's an auga horn.
Auga.
All right. Well, let's chat with Mark Miller for a few moments during this break.
Yay.
Yes.
What else you got to say, Mr. Miller? It's so good to see you because it's been so long since I've seen you in person. Last time I saw you in person was just before the pandemic, and you were doing the Kicking Cancer in the Butt fundraiser. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Year.
Yeah, why don't you talk a little bit about that?
My friend Jody Lane, her mother died of cancer, and so she wanted to start a fundraiser. So she and I talked about, why don't we just organize all the wonderful, talented friends that we have and put on a show. And so I couldn't tell you exactly how much money that she's raised, but it's in the thousands of dollars. And we do it every year. And Theater South has always been really good about providing us a space and a lot of the same people, Carol Stein, we bring the funny people, which includes my wife, Krista, Steve Pernick, Jake Lockwood, Mary Thompson Hunt. And they do a wonderful job as well. And they involve the children in that. Jody's daughter, Marlene's granddaughter, Emily, sings every year, and it's just a beautiful thing.
And I was going to say, by having you on this week, I've now managed to have every one of the Disney-related folks who were in that last show on our show at some time or another. Carol's been on, Mary's been on, Jake's been on, even Brian's been on. You know, it's been quite a thing, and it's certainly for a great cause. So next time,
you know, one of the wonderful things about working at Disney all these years is the friendships, and these people are more like family to me. I mean, that we've been to each other's weddings. We were there when our children were born. We're more than just coworkers.
And it shows when you guys perform together. I mean, even when you're not performing, because you're not the comedian in the family, as you like to point out to me before the show.
Well, I have a sense of humor, but not like my wife. My wife's the improv comedian.
Right.
Yeah.
But hey, you're doing just fine in our show, so that's all. That's all that matters today.
I'm
and
excited.
I was gonna say, and I hope you're having fun.
Yeah.
Right.
And I was really, I'm really hoping that we're all going to be back there very soon.
Yeah, we're certainly looking forward to seeing you.
The Dapper Dans are back.
Yeah, that's a great first step in that direction. Let's see what we've got here. Let me put everybody back in the right order. And Shelley, remind me which question you had.
37.
Number 37.
Said with a smile.
All right, number 37.
So innocently, 37.
Very princessy.
Now, a guest dressed as a Jedi pushed a double stroller past a uniformed Disney security cast member and, waving, said that these aren't the blanks you're looking for. And let me go back to Shelley, who's on the bottom row. What weren't they looking for?
The Padawans.
Padawans. A straight-up Star Wars type answer. Very nice. What do we got from our fans at home? We already have a match. We got Padawans from Tony John.
Nice.
We got droids from Nan Kent. We've got babies from Dave Kent. I got those are all the 37s. No, there's another babies from Eve.
Oh,
I could say that in a funny, family-friendly way. Eve's giving you a baby or babies.
Hi, Eves. We love Eves.
All right, so those are all the 37s I see.
Oh, hi,
Let's go to Greg Jacobs. Greg, what do you got?
I said the droidlings you were looking for.
Droidlings. You see, now that was one of the questions that I told the panel before. There were some with easy answers. That one falls into easy territory. Adrian, what do you got?
The lings.
Yes, Adrian, what do you got? Younglings. That's close. Adrian's muted, but that's fine. Todd Pickering, what do you got?
This could have been good for the Mr. Potato Head one too. Tots.
Nice.
Mark Miller, what do you got?
Could even work for the other one.
I did a callback to Big Fat Pandas. I did the kidney.
Wow, that's pretty dark. Panda, what do you got?
I thought of little things. Jawas. I thought.
Oh, Jawas a little.
Chris Perry, what do you got?
Well, this is personal. I said these aren't the Splash Mountain souvenirs you're looking for.
Oh, good one.
Because we know that happened.
Todd King's got a cat climbing on him just as I'm coming to him on the screen.
Good timing, girl.
That is awesome.
Like Adrian, younglings.
Younglings. What is the cat going to do next? Is it going to jump?
Yeah.
I got to stay on this
take a
camera
sleep.
for a moment.
He's just gonna
I
hang.
don't know. Hello, cat. What's the cat's name?
This is Sandy. She's gonna sleep.
All right, Sandy.
She
Good
looks
night.
like sand.
All right, David, you're up. What do you got?
I've got something nobody picked.
Diapers.
Wow.
With a steaming pile. No more left. All right.
Come on, guys.
All right. So, number of points. What is the score before we go to David's question, Todd?
We are tied 2-2.
2-2. And so far, all the matches are coming from the audience. So again, thanks for playing out there. Let's get some more people playing out there, because the more who play, the more laughs we get to have. All right. Let's go to number 39, was it, David?
39.
Number 39. All right. Number 39 was my hoarding question. Today, we might describe Ariel's penchant for collecting stuff as a borderline hoarding problem. But one mermaid's junk is another's treasure, right? Watching PBS the other day, I was shocked at how high the Antiques Roadshow experts appraised Ariel's. What do you got, David? Smile.
Oh,
Oh, very sweet.
so sweet.
I could have went
I
a
don't
lot of
know.
different
So
directions.
I was gonna say
pure.
I don't know that you're gonna get a lot of
So
matches on
innocent
that
and
one
pure.
though, because we got what I thought of when I wrote the question. We got Dingle Hopper.
Dingle hopper.
Remember, she had dingle hoppers.
She
Mhm.
did.
Snarfblat.
Nice. Well done.
Ah!
We got another dingle hopper. And we got thingamabobs.
Plenty of
Because
those.
she's got
Plenty
plenty.
of those.
That's
got
right.
plenty.
And if
Dinglehopper
hey, if
sounds
they
like
were
something you've.
if they were appraised highly, I mean, come on, that's a really good deal.
The dingle hopper was the fork.
Right.
Yes,
Don't you guys
exactly.
get any ideas on this panel? Family friendly.
John Sicari, what do you got?
I said her shells.
The shells, all right.
Mm.
Mhm,
The parashells.
mhm.
Yes.
Todd Pickering, what do you got?
Well, now I wish I would have put for a third time kidneys.
I was going to say kidneys.
You
Guineas
got another dingle hopper.
Dingle
Totally.
hopper.
I
Totally
was gonna say
fits.
Todd has sort of scored 3 already. Plus he matches what I was thinking. Mark Miller, what do you got?
I got pirate booty.
Ah.
By the way, do you know why mermaids wear seashells?
Oh.
Because the bee shells are too tight.
Oh.
Wow. This is the best show ever.
All right, Chris Berry, what do you got?
I put where is she? Nan. I put thingamabobs because she's got plenty.
Yeah, we got plenty
She
of
does.
thingamabobs. Todd King, what do you got?
Well, I thought like the others, but keeping with the family-friendly things, I spelled my thingamabobs like the others with one O.
Thingamabobs. Yes.
Adrian, what do you got?
I went with Dingle Hopper.
Dingle
fork.
Hopper.
Yes.
Greg Jacobs.
Yeah, Adrian and I are on the same wavelength tonight. I also went with Dinglehopper.
Dingle
All
hopper.
right. And Shelley, what do you got?
I said who's its and what's its.
Who's its and what's it?
Yes, Lord.
And she's got
Galore.
them in
She's got them
galore. Yeah.
galore.
Have we covered all the lyrics? I don't know the
think
lyrics.
we
well
We're
enough.
close.
I was going to say I
will
gotta go to Todd Pickering on this. You had the Howard Ashman experience with the documentary a few weeks ago.
I think that's
Have we
everything.
covered all of his lyrics on this one?
You know, I think we have, but I will double check actually, because now I am curious, because I do think we've covered every single thing. So
I think
I
she
was
has
gonna
20
say,
thingamabobs.
I haven't loaded up any of these yet,
I've
so
got
I
two.
think since that was your answer, I'll say this one.
I'll
Here.
give it a think.
Walk of Fame Wednesdays next
All
week
right.
will be Samuel L. Jackson.
Ooh, I love
Uh,
him.
Would you like to know a fun fact? Samuel L. Jackson is the highest grossing actor of all time.
Wow.
Stunt?
Oh,
Even
Snakes on a
higher than our
plane.
California star.
Well, he's been in so many.
Definitely higher than our California star, because if I had earned as much as him, I wouldn't be on this show, right? I actually
No,
would.
yes, you would.
Wait,
Yeah,
You would.
I want to know
love
the fun
us.
fact. What's the L stand for?
Leroy.
Oh, well, thank you.
Just his
What
middle
is-
name. That's his real name.
What is the current score, Todd?
Oh, the current score is 2 for Shelley and 2 for David. It's still tied.
So we're in a tie. I've had Shelley pick first in the last two rounds. Let's go to David to pick the next question.
All right.
David, the questions are on the screen. Have your go at one of them.
I'm going to take question number 25.
Question number 25.
Good answer.
Good answer. Good answer.
no whammy. No whammy.
All right, ready, guys? I hope you guys have been practicing. Ready? Scrooge McDuck is so rich.
How rich
It's
is
me.
All right, that's improving.
It's getting
Scrooge McDuck is so rich, with money overflowing his vault and his swimming pool, he was recently seen depositing gold coins in blank. Ready? What would Scrooge McDuck be inserting his coins in? Let's go and write and jibe and do all that other stuff that we do on this show. How come Todd Pickering's dance move fell off the screen? There we go.
I was shaking it too much.
I'm not seeing any dancing from Panda, just faces. Adrian's bobbing a bit. Shelley's bobbing a bit. All right. Beep. All righty.
Sure,
And
why
we'll get
not?
the questions back on the screen.
What
So
number was that?
That was number 38. No,
Ah.
that was number 39. I don't know what
25.
25, I think.
25, yes. I'm looking at the wrong line on the computer. All right, so Shelley, you've got your choice of questions for round number 3, and I guess we'll be playing 4 rounds tonight, given what time it is. So what do you want here, Shelley?
27.
Shelley takes number 27. Pluto's in the doghouse. He got caught blanking on Main Street, USA.
Oh, wow.
Pluto's in the doghouse. He got caught blanking on Main Street, USA. Let's keep it family friendly and let's ride and
Just not
jive.
fair. Not fair.
Broke Shelley.
Who's laughing so much? Is Shelley laughing so much?
You
down
broke Shelley.
That's so many answers. I just don't even. I don't know what I'm going to put.
So many answers, so few FCC censors.
Yeah.
Well, I do like to keep this one family friendly.
Yes.
When I participate in the Gary Meyer cocktail hour on Friday, Gary and the gang, they're all at it. So I can't have all of my streams be that way. Besides all my years of having to go to court, I got to keep it clean. So let's see. Let's talk to Panda for a moment, since we want to take a little while for the answers to come in. John, what'd you think of the Halloween stuff yesterday?
It was a little bit less than I thought. Like, you didn't get the scarecrows in the beginning when you first walk into the hub, the beginning hub, the first hub. But other than that, I liked it. I liked the cavalcades. It felt a little bit more normal. And people were going crazy over seeing Jack Skellington, A Nightmare Before Christmas. So the people were enjoying it, and that's what was important.
And you were showing off to me last night, and I know you've since posted it on your site, bigfatpanda.com, food and beverage offerings. What are the highlights there?
The Hades nachos were actually pretty good. It was like good white meat chicken on top of a spicy cheese sauce. And when I say spicy, it's Disney spicy. So from 1 to 10, it's a 3, which is still good. And they didn't skimp on the sour cream either. They gave you a side of sour cream.
I mean, I'll take a few.
Cool.
It looked good.
It was pretty good.
You haven't been back to the park since yesterday, right? You didn't go today?
No.
Okay. And
I
Shelley,
go, make sure I don't get sick, and then I go again. That's how I do it.
So you quarantine for 2 weeks every time you go?
Almost. I'm kidding, but almost.
Shelley, you went to Epcot the other day. You had a bunch of posts. Anything stand out to you at Epcot?
I mean, it was just nice to see all of the food and wine merchandise in person.
Yeah.
And I also have a new love of my life, and it is the banana pudding at the Regal Eagle.
Wait, your audio dropped out. You're the banana pudding
Oh
where?
no! At the Regal Eagle Smokehouse. It's not food and wine related, but it's like my new favorite thing in the world.
So it's a new
banana
regular menu.
pudding?
It's a new regular menu item at Regal Eagle.
Yes.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. So let me get the questions back on the screen here. We've given people time to chime in. Shelley went last in that round, so we're going to get David's question. David, you had question, which one?
25.
25. Scrooge McDuck is so rich with money overflowing his vault and his swimming pool. He was recently seen depositing gold coins in
into
Ariel.
Oh, God.
The seashells.
All right. Well, we're gonna have callback night tonight, aren't we? So number 25, my mother. Wow, my mother is playing tonight. She's given us Miss Piggy, which I think is a great answer, like a piggy
Miss
bank.
Piggy bank.
Oh.
It's a little on the edge as well.
And by the way, congrats, Mom, for figuring out how to comment on a live show. I'm very impressed.
Hi, Eileen.
Yeah, hi, Eileen.
All right, Dave Kent. Dave Kent gave us
Mom under the bus.
wheelbarrow. We've got Tony saying into partners. I assume maybe the bank, right? The bank is also called Partners.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got from Nan Kent, DuckTales. And from Mary Stack a Yard. I'm not sure that. I thought somebody would have given. Well, we'll see if somebody gives the answer that I thought of after we see what everybody else has shared here. Let me turn off the comments. And we will go to Todd King. We're looking for the shells. What do you got, Todd?
Well, he stored them in his billfold.
Nicely done.
That was
Nice
That was
done.
good.
Well
That's
done.
nicely
John?
done.
John Security, what do you got?
I had trouble with this one. I said into his Swiss bank account.
Logical.
That's
I was
very
going to say
logical.
that's not so ostentatiously public, like his other money. Chris Berry, what do you got?
Well, I mean, there's probably a lake in Duckburg, right? So he was just throwing him
All
money
right.
into the lake.
Mark Miller, what do you got?
Buying duck calls.
Buying duck calls. All right.
Oh, got it.
Nice.
Todd Pickering, what do you got?
It's a ducky bank.
A ducky bank.
As
Okay.
opposed
That's
to a piggy bank. I like that.
Greg Jacobs, what do you got?
Yeah, there's a theme to my answers this round. I said gold toilets.
Nice.
All right.
Sure.
Adrian, what do you got?
Well, I went Disneyland, Rivers of America.
All right. Well, we have Rivers of America here too.
That's true.
You call yours that too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most people don't, but it is actually officially
It
called Rivers
is-
of America.
is that-
Shelley, what do you got?
His bathtub?
His bathtub.
Yeah,
You see,
sure.
I
Sure.
thought somebody for sure was going to say Ham from the Toy Story movies, right?
Oh, ham.
Nobody gave us Ham. All right.
I think when the swimming pool wasn't enough, I had to think bigger. I think.
Right.
That's why I went with
No.
Rivers of America.
Ham,
Yeah, I went smaller.
ham is pretty big.
Lake.
but,
The lake.
All right. The other question that Shelley got is I remember it off the top of my head, but I do like to show it on the screen. Shelley took number 27. Pluto's in the doghouse. He got caught blanking on Main Street, USA. Shelley, what did you give us? Oops. There we go.
Sort of topical. Not wearing a mask.
Not wearing a mask.
Oh.
That's a great
So-
answer.
We've got interesting dog type answers here from Dave Kent, sniffing butts.
That's a great
Are you
answer.
sure you wanna
ask a fourth question, Alan?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there's
Right.
none that brings up
Oh,
responses like this one in there.
downhill.
We've got snarling. We've got pooping.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think, I got a very easy one, but not so funny. We'll save it, though. We'll see what else folks have. Let me go to Adrian since I keep coming to her towards the end here. Adrian, what do you got?
Napping.
Napping. All right. Greg Jacobs, what do you got?
Yeah, I went for the obvious pooping.
Yeah.
Going with my toilet answer.
Mark Miller, what do you got?
Being a salty dog.
Being a salty dog.
I like
Imagine that coming from a guy who sometimes
No,
plays
hey.
with a pirate band. Chris Berry, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, I went down the toilet too, so sorry.
Okay.
Flop.
John?
I was
Gary?
going down the toilet, and I went with what Adrian thought of. He was just sleeping.
Sleeping. Yeah.
Sleeping. Todd Pickering?
Well, I was trying to be family friendly and Disney with the ing, so tinkling.
Oh, right.
Todd King?
Well, he's on Main Street, so he's fire-hydrant sniffing.
Oh, nice. See?
All right. And David, what do you got?
TikTok.
TikTok.
That's exactly what he would do.
Yeah, and I thought it could. What's that, David?
We want all the whippersnappers out there.
See, and I thought we could have had an answer like just running or running off leash or but no such. Unleashing's not bad, not bad. All right, Todd Pickering, score please.
No points, so we're still at 2-2.
We're still at 2-2. All
And Anne
right.
has 2, but Mary has 3 if you count that, because I've been watching the Mary Stack. Yeah.
And
She's
David,
winning.
what was your question? Or did I do it already?
You did it.
Yeah,
we did it.
Oh,
we just did it.
we gotta go.
Round is
David,
over.
pick the next question.
Yeah, we got a tie, so we got
We gotta break this
break
tie.
this tie.
I gotta do this.
Come on out there, audience. Let's break this tie. Which one do you want, David?
Number 28.
Number 28.
Let's do it.
Because this will be the last question. We are going to come up on the hour mark. And I got a Muppets question for you guys. EPCOT is an acronym for Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow. In the Muppets version, it's the Experimental Prototype Community of T what? T blank.
Ooh, jeez.
EPCOT is the acronym for Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow. In the Muppets version, it is the Experimental Prototype Community of, let's write it out and jibe time it.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
Okay.
get some answers. There's a couple of obvious ones if you like the Muppets. I think about things the Muppets use that start with T that would work there. Alrighty. Alrighty. And Shelley, let's get the questions back on the screen so that you can pick our final question of the night. Shelley, what would you like?
35.
Number 35. Did you know that Cinderella's ugly stepsisters are so ugly? You guys are better on the coins. And it's funny that the two that we have the responses came right in a row for us tonight. The stepsisters are so ugly, they're routinely put to work scaring away blank. Cinderella's ugly stepsisters are so ugly, they are routinely put to work scaring away blank. Let's write and jibe. Number 35 out there in the audience.
Yeah.
Now they're throwing things.
Shelley fell.
All right, so while we wait for the audience to catch up to us, I'm going to talk to Todd King. Todd, I saw in the content management system you have an article coming out this week. What's your article this week?
It's coming out tomorrow, actually. But I submitted it before the trailer dropped for
Mandalorian.
For Mandalorian, which just came out yesterday morning, so I didn't get to include that or any reactions to it. So, and by the time next month, those will be old. So, but in honor of Mandalorian and its hype that was sure to come up, I'm doing a top 10 sort of particular points about Yoda, our favorite Jedi Master. So hopefully some fascinating facts you'll learn about Yoda.
And since you didn't have a chance to talk about The Mandalorian, what do we think the relationship between the child and Yoda might be other than they're the same species? What do you think?
There's a lot of theories out there, and for Star Wars geeks, it's sometimes scary to go into theories because you might be right and spoil it for yourself. So you try not to think about it too much. But one theory that's out there is that there might be some cloning going on.
Cloning. Imagine
clones
that.
are known to have happened in Star Wars before.
I was going to say, imagine
Yes,
that in
they
a
have.
franchise that had Clone Wars and Attack of the Clones and
Exactly.
All right.
Or Attack of the Clowns. You never know.
The Clowns. I saw a very interesting article hit my feed last night where there were apologies being given to the actor who portrayed Jar Jar because he was a fine comedian, and his portrayal of Jar Jar apparently had the fan community turn against him.
Oh, it was rough there for a long time. But Ahmed Best he's a great guy. He's a very funny guy, very talented. Everybody loved him on set, and he just got the brunt of a lot of the criticism of the character, and I think is finally coming around to being appreciated for the computer generated imagery, the technology, and the performance that he put on. He was on set before mocap was really a big thing. He really kind of started a lot of talent going in that direction, and I think and hopefully over time he'll get the credit he deserves, and we'll see more of him. But he's certainly a great part of the Star Wars universe.
Very cool. All right. Question number 28 was the question that we went to first on this round. EPCOT is an acronym for Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow. In the Muppets version, it is the Experimental Prototype Community of... And David, this was your question?
Yes.
David, what was your response? Tunes. The Experimental Prototype Community of Tunes. All right. In the audience, we have Teeth.
Dr. Teeth.
Dr.
We
Teeth,
have Treasure Island.
Muppet Treasure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We have Today.
Start with a T.
Because it's not tomorrow, it's today.
That's right. We've got Trash from Emily, which is a Muppets thing. My mother has given us, where did it go? Tourists? No, that's the wrong question. If it's That says 35. So, Mom, I don't know if you're answering the T question or the other question. We got 3D from Dan. From Nan.
Muppet 3. Too many.
That's good.
And we have too many reboots from Steve Claiborne.
That's funny.
And again, I have a simple one from the Muppets universe that I'll share after we get everybody's response here. Let's go to Todd King. Todd, what do you got? Let me take Steve's response off the screen. Steve, what do you, Todd, what do you got?
Well, with the Muppet, the movie just called The Muppets, I would say telethons.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Nice.
Todd Pickering, what do you got?
Yeah, I couldn't think of a Muppet that started with a T, so I went with Teeth, Dr. Teeth.
There you go.
There you go.
Chris Berry, what do you got?
I could just hear Fozzie Bear saying this, the experimental prototype community of Topeka.
That's a good one. That is a Fozzie response.
I feel like he would say that.
That's
John,
good.
Big Fat Panda, what do you got?
That's so funny that Chris just said that because I thought of Fozzie going, community of tickling, waka, waka, waka.
Mark
Totally.
Miller, what do you got?
Experimental prototype community of Tutti Frutti.
All right.
Awesome.
Adrian, what do you got?
Well, I went with all-time periods, but mostly tomorrow.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That would happen too.
Craig Jacobs, what do you got?
Yeah. I also got Dr. Teeth.
Dr. Teeth. Dr. Teeth is a very popular answer. Shelley, what do you got?
Throwing pies.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. I didn't catch which one, and I couldn't read it. What did you say?
Throwing pies.
Throwing pies. See, and I was thinking of that guy who had the fish juggling act. They would use the word tuna, right?
New
The
Zealand.
experimental prototype community of tuna.
New Zealand.
Love New Zealand.
All right. So
Hands
no
on
more
buzzers.
Points, no points in this round. Let's see how
Still a tie.
Let's see how Shelley has done with which question was it, Shelley? What number was it?
I didn't.
Shelley, your mic is out, but I heard her say 35.
Oh no, 35.
All right.
Hear me now?
I can.
It was a very subtle thing.
All right, we got the ugly stepsisters.
I'm very nervous.
35.
Did you know that Cinderella's ugly stepsisters are so ugly? They are routinely when we read the question the first time. Stepsisters are so ugly, they are routinely put to work scaring away. Yes, Shelley?
They're mean. So keep
Right.
this in mind when I say my answer.
Yes.
Okay.
Mice.
Nice. All right. Well,
Yes.
Shelley, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, you're the winner because we've got mice.
Nice.
There you
Mice.
go.
Nice.
Mice.
Oh, my mice.
And probably
How did
my
this
favorite
happen?
answer, anti-maskers.
Nice. That's a good
So
answer.
my mother's tourist answer could work here too. It's not mice either, but I'm not sure. I wasn't sure which one she was going for. Let's see. So you scored a bunch of points on that. You're our winner, but I'm not going to Mike Wazowski you until we get to the end here.
Are we just
Greg
going to hold
Jacobs,
up our
what do you got?
answers like they do?
Nice.
Yeah.
Mice. We got.
Oh, my God.
Adrian, what do we got?
It's all happening now. Oh, my. Wow, it's a
Todd Pickering,
bloodbath.
what do you got?
I wanted the parks to open, so I said they scared away COVID-19.
Johnson Terry, what do you got?
The hitchhiking ghost they scared away.
Wow.
Yes, of course they would.
Very
Mark
nice
Miller,
guys.
what do you got?
I got Prince, Purple Rain.
That's a little bit off brand. Mark. A little bit off
I
brand.
love it.
I love it too.
Chris Berry, what do you got?
I said that they scare away hordes of tourists all wearing matching T-shirts. So,
Yeah, match my mom.
You wish.
yeah.
Todd King, what do you got?
Oh, I said like Steven in the audience. I said maskless guests.
All
Nice. Good job.
And David, what do you got?
Hey, come on! I get 1 point.
COVID. All right, give
Perfect.
David an extra point there, Todd Pickering, and run down the final scores for us here.
The final scores are David's 3, Shelley's 7, and Alan's mom is 17 because mom's always win.
I knew
Very
that would
nice.
happen.
Well, that's
Sorry,
that's
Shelley.
The, that's the
Hey,
game,
Alan.
Shelley. Yes, Mark. Mark, you've muted yourself.
Mark, you muted yourself. Oh,
Mark announced.
Mark, there we go. Oops, Mark just took himself off.
Mark left. Mark has left.
I will answer.
There you go. Panda will now speak for Mark.
I think Mark had something that he had to run for, and he ran and hit mute and then leave studio. So
wow.
We thank Mark.
I hope he's all right.
Mark has left the building.
Button. He'll come back. Watch.
We thank. No, I bet he had to run. I bet that's why he was trying to say, because it started with "Hey Alan" and then he hit the mute button.
He's upset I lost.
So Shelley's got to get her celebratory moment here. She is our first 3-time champion. She's won back-to-back weeks.
Triumvirate.
I can't find the darn logo. Here it is. There's the logo.
It's a dynasty.
She is our Mike Wazowski moment. Of course,
it's now a dynasty.
When I throw in that, Adrian is responsible for financing things, we can put this version up there as well.
Triple crown.
We'll scare up a price for you. We'll find something, Shelley.
If Adrian went to retail with those masks that she's no longer sporting there, now she's got it. If she went to retail with the masks, perhaps we could afford some better graphics and maybe even a better host.
Very nice.
There's no guarantees.
Yeah, I can't wait.
So, David, I want to thank you for joining us. You got any last-minute closing words to share? Thanks so much. You were a fun competitor.
Thank you very much for having me on. I had a lot of fun. And, come check out Now That's Disney. And we have a Saturday show at 8 p.m. called Now That's Disney Night Live, where our friend John Sicari, Big Fat Panda, and Stan Solo join me. And we go live every Saturday at 8 p.m.
And that's on Facebook? Is it also on John's YouTube channel? Is it? Where else are you guys streaming?
YouTube. It is on Facebook. Right now, we stream from StreamYard to the group. Now That's Disney. But I think a YouTube channel might be in the works in the future.
All right, very good. And John Sicari, how many shows are you appearing on this week?
9.
Too many.
I was going to say, because I was texting you after midnight last night, and then you had a post. You were on Fox this morning, weren't you? Fox 35 here in Orlando.
I was trying to remember anything that we saw from Halloween and getting up and trying to remember it when they talk to me, so I don't look like this.
and does your new green screen effect work with Fox? I didn't catch the segment.
I leave it to screen because they're not on StreamYard, they're on Zoom, and I don't want the reflection. Or sometimes I move it. This morning I actually just let the glare come through.
All right. Let's see. Any of the other Mouse Planet regulars have anything to add this evening that we haven't covered?
I got a top 5 Friday.
I see a finger from Chris Berry. Chris Berry, what were you saying?
I was doing the peace sign.
Well, I can only see one finger
Friday. I have a top 5 Friday, and I'm working on it this evening. So just tune in.
What is the subject?
Oh, it's a surprise because I have to go write it. So.
All right. So Chris Berry's top 5 might as well be this.
So the audience needs to quickly write in what they want to hear.
Yes. Tell me what you have, please.
Chris Berry's top 5 responses to Jibe Time Live.
There you go. It's already written for you.
Chris,
wait. Mark Miller has returned.
I knew he was coming back.
Sorry,
I thought you were saying good night. Everything all right, Mark?
Yeah, my computer kicked me off, but I got on my phone. Sorry.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Anything you want to hype, pitch, or otherwise talk about?
No, I just wanted to say on my last answer, I was going to say kidneys.
I was thinking, yeah.
Callbacks are always good in improv. Always good. Thank you so much for joining, Mark. I hope you had some fun.
You, Mark.
It was great. It was great to see you.
Pleasure.
Well, I would like to say, look for me and Cammie Miller maybe doing a Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus thing with Holland Hayes this Christmas.
Very cool.
So look for that.
Very cool.
Pleasure.
Very cool.
Pleasure to have you.
All right. Any of the other Mouse Planet folks have anything that we haven't gotten to? Adrian?
I just want to know what Chris...
Wait. I do have one. I want to give a shout out to the other Mouse Planet Adrian Kroc, who is turning a decade birthday this year. I probably shouldn't mention which one it is because she might get really mad at me. But
30.
Yeah, that's totally it.
30.
She's turning 30.
I was going to say, wait. Do it one more time, please.
30.
There we go.
So happy birthday to the other Adrian.
Yeah.
Who will never, ever let any of us live down the fact that the name Mouse Planet was her idea.
Oh,
wow.
See.
Now we know.
Adrian, why don't we have her on the show at some point?
She's a
Is she
legend.
willing to play?
I could ask her. She's a mom now. I mean, she's been a mom for a really, really, really long time because she's old. But
She's only 30.
Well, she's only 30. This is true. But I don't know, I can ask her. But she is very, very involved in her volunteer life as a Boy Scouts district person.
Oh, awesome.
And how about Mouse Planet legend Jim Corcus?
Yes.
Ever elusive? I've gotten requests.
Oh.
Do we think Jim would play?
You can definitely reach out to him and ask him, but I gotta say, Jim's I don't know, he might.
In other words, it's another one of these, huh?
I'd ask him.
All right. Well, I got nothing else. Mark Miller's camera's going off on him, but we thank Mark for joining us. John Sakari, thanks again. David, thanks for joining us. Nice to meet you. Shelley, congratulations on the three-peat. You're certainly welcome to come back and play again. I have a great competitor next week. It is somebody that those of us in the social media circles here in Orlando have gotten to meet at events and who no longer lives locally. That's as much as I'm going to say. But it's somebody that I know Shelley knows and that John knows and that many of our other Mouse Planet folks who are here in Central Florida like I am, we've met this person and she's very excited to play. And that's the only clue I'll give you, that she's very excited to play.
Can she unseat her? Can she?
I was going to say, the problem is that I got to write more questions. But go ahead,
Next
Adrian.
time Panda's on as a competitor, let me know, because he and I got the brain thing going here. So
We do.
That'd be fun. That'd be a good.
Well, I mean, maybe when we get to week 26, which is half a year, we could do a special where it's just Adrian versus Panda for an hour.
Oh,
No, but we may just agree with each other. We just
Right. It would be a love fest. It would just
All right,
be
that
a
would be a
Mutual
boring
Admiration
hour.
Society show.
exactly.
like a steel
All
cage
right, and
match.
if anybody wants to volunteer writing questions, I am
Any
open to
cage
it
match.
because I've already written how many questions now? I've written
77.
I got
You're pretty
40
good at
questions.
question writing.
There are 41 questions in the
I was
engine.
about to say, Panda would be good at it.
Well, I gotta write a question where that's not the answer, right? Oklahoma has got to still be a great one from last week.
Where am I?
Alan,
All right,
Alan,
yes, John. Yes,
before
John.
we leave, can I just ask Chris Barry what the lunchbox is behind him? It's killing me. I need to
Oh,
see it.
it's the Magic Kingdom lunchbox, of course.
I didn't even know there was one.
There is
Okay.
a
Oh my
Magic
gosh.
Kingdom lunchbox, and I found the thermos separately, so it is complete.
Okay,
So-
one day I need a picture of
Them on
that.
eBay.
Oh yeah,
We still need
I
to do
can't
the
reach
show
it.
where
It's
everybody
too
brings their favorite collectible.
I was
we
going to
need
say, and let's not
Okay.
forget
Yeah.
the one promotion that I didn't do for Mr. Pickering earlier, and there's this one here.
I'm called Todd Pickering. Yes, that is my name. I'm here every Wednesday. I walk of fame.
Walk of Fame Wednesdays. It's on YouTube. Rod Serling's coming up, and
Oh, I thought he was dead.
He is.
He's yes.
He's coming up out of the ground. He was buried. Most
Wait a
people
minute,
know
wait a
the
minute.
actual
Now you see,
stars
if
are
I were
buried
quicker,
underneath them.
wait, John Sakari, give me that response one more time in the camera.
Oh, I thought by the way, I know. I thought he was dead.
Oh, God. You kind of got dark there.
He donated a kidney before he died.
You didn't grab the lunchbox? All right.
I can
That's
grab the
funny because
lunchbox. Give me a second. I'll grab the lunchbox.
I
All right,
have
he's
Mark
gonna grab the
Silverman.
walk
around in an awkward spot.
I have Mark Silverman on my Tuesday show, so that's weird that Rod Serling is your
I
next.
love
Let's
Mark.
ooh and ah.
Isn't he
Let's
great?
ooh and ah over the lunchbox.
Oh, I love Mark. He is so awesome.
Nice.
Ooh, ah.
That is pretty cool.
It
And the
is
other side.
cool. And then on the other side, we got
Haunted Mansion.
the Haunted Mansion.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
We got some Small World.
What is that, Poopy, or is that
All the
Big
way
Thunder
around.
Mountain up there?
I'm
the
going
Big
on
Thunder.
eBay to see if they still have them.
And then
They have them. I've been
we got
stalking
the
them.
thermos as well.
How
I was
expensive?
going to say,
Very nice.
Ooh,
Not
it
so
wasn't
bad.
that bad. No, it's not that bad.
Was that-
1979, it says.
I
I'm
was
just
gonna say,
trying
is
to find one in good condition.
Are there new ones, Shelley?
is
Somebody
that
has
thermos
new?
brand? Is that the official thermos
Is
brand?
this an official thermos? Yeah, no, it's an Aladdin, of course. Aladdin made all the lunchboxes too.
Pre-Aladdin.
Well, no, I've got a thermos brand lunchbox from that same time period. There's one in my parents' basement, I believe, with Happy Days on it. I got a Fat Albert one somewhere, which obviously is now Persona 9.
So in the Magic Kingdom, does Space Mountain really go by Pirates of the Caribbean like that?
No,
exactly like that.
I don't recall that when I was there.
All right, guys. Let's say good night.
Getting the hook.
Good night. We'll see you all on week number 25.
Bye.
All right.
See you later.
Enough.
Thank you,
Guys,
Alan.
thanks, everyone. Bye-bye. You guys
It was
can
a
stick
pleasure.
around. We can chat in the green room after.
Yep.